Hello everybody, this is Geopolitics, and thank you for joining and listening to this news. Today we are going to talk about a case in Brazil. You know, Bolsonaro, the former president of Brazil, had a case, and this case is about a coup d'etat that he was mounting in 2022 when he lost the election. I'm saying what the government which is in place is saying. They're saying that he demanded some military officials to hold on the power so that the coming administration could not get installed. So they accused him of staging a coup. That's what is happening in Brazil. So the justice or they have voted that held accountable. But Donald Trump has warned them if they convict him, they are going to impose tariffs on Brazil. Their protesters, the supporters of Bolsonaro, have also taken to streets waving American flags. This is a sign that they are asking for help from the Americans to help them in this case, because Trump said that this man has not done such a thing. So the supporter of Lula da Silva, they are saying that this man was undermining the democracy. So that's why he staged a coup. And it is expected if this man is convicted, he's going to be in jail for decades. So that is what is happening in Brazil. There is chaos. There are people on the street. Brazil is a great country in the South America. It has a population of 213.4 million. So it is a very populated country. It's like Nigeria in Africa. So it's a big country with a big population. Brazil also has a big forest. The Amazon is where it is. It is very crucial for the humanity. That is what helps us. The environment and even the rain, if we are getting rain and if we are getting a good weather, it is because of that Amazon forest. But now the country is under backlashes because of division due to this case. So I'm going to let me get in deep about this case because it is a high profile case, Bolsonaro was charged with 5 counts, including attempting to stage a coup d'etat, involvement in armed criminal organization, attempted violation, abolition of the democratic rule of law, 2 counts related to the destruction of the state property during the January 8, 2023 riots. A majority of the 5 justice panel has voted to convict Bolsonaro on charges. The court is now in the process of determining his sentence, which could amount to decades in prison. The alleged coup plot. Prosecutors allege that the plot began in 2021 when Bolsonaro and his allies launched a campaign to undermine Brazil's electronic voting system, intimidate the judiciary. The goal was to sow doubt about the integrity of the election and justify an illegal power grab if Bolsonaro lost. After this narrow defeat in 2022 election, Bolsonaro is accused of meeting with military leaders to convince them to stage a military intervention. The plots also alleged involved the plan to assassinate President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, Vice President Geraldo Alckmin, and Justice Alexandra de Moraes. The violent attacks on government buildings on January 8, 2023 by Bolsonaro's supporters are considered by the prosecution to be the culmination of this conspiracy. Evidence presented by the prosecution. The prosecution presented evidence including handwritten notes, digital files, and messaging exchanges A key piece of evidence is a draft of an unpublished presidential decree that would have granted Bolsonaro emergency powers to seize control of the top electoral court and nullify the election results. Prosecutors also pointed to Bolsonaro's long-standing campaign to delegitimize the court's electoral system and his public statements against Justice de Moraes. Police found a document that at the home of a former justice minister that would outline the plan to implement a state of defense to nullify the 2022 election results. Bolsonaro's defense and current status. Bolsonaro denies all wrongdoing and has repeatedly stated that the trial is a political motivated witch hunt. His lawyers have argued that there is no concrete evidence linking him directly to the coup plot and that the draft decree was never actually issued. They plan to appeal to a verdict to the full Supreme Court, which consists of 11 justices. Bolsonaro is currently under house arrest and has not attended the court proceedings. Political and social division. Depending on polarization, the verdict has intensified the existing political polarization in Brazil, while the supporters of the current government see the conviction as a victory for democracy and a necessary step to hold a former leader accountable for anti-democratic actions. Bolsonaro thus views it as a politically motivated witch hunt aimed at eliminating their leader from the political scene. Protests and rallies. In the lead up to the verdict, tens of thousands of Bolsonaro supporters have taken to the streets in the major cities like Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro to protest. These rallies often feature chants against the Supreme Court and its justices, particularly Justice Alexander de Moraes, who is overseeing the case. Some protesters have also been seen waving American flags, a reflection of support for Bolsonaro from President Donald Trump. Potential for backlashes. The conviction is expected to trigger a backlash from Bolsonaro supporters and his political ally. His lawyers have already announced there is intention to appeal the verdict. So that is what is going on in Brazil, guys. In Brazil, the situation is very intense. People are taking to the streets to protest against these measures or this accusation against Bolsonaro. Let's see his small history about this great man. Bolsonaro was born on 21st in March 1955. He's a Brazilian politician. He's also a former military official who served as the 30th president of Brazil from 2019 to 2023. He previously served as a member of Brazil Chamber of Deputies from 1991 to 2011. So he has been in politics for a good moment, for a long time. This is a great man. Politics has many things. His full name is Jair Messias Bolsonaro. That is his name. And as you see, he's under scrutiny about this alleged coup. Thank you, everyone. We are the future. We the youth and the people who fight for their lives. We are the future. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful time, and thank you for listening to Geopolitics. Have a great time, everybody.